guys, welcome to a new episode of In Other Words with Danielle and Zara.
So this is a podcast where we talk about a wide variety of different subjects, from our relationship with food to retail secrets.
Woohoo.
So in other words,
Yes.
we talk about all the things.
All right, so today's episode we are pretty excited about.
We're more excited than you are probably.
Yes, we asked you guys to send in embarrassing stories and you did not disappoint. Hopefully we
We
haven't
don't
actually
know.
read them yet.
That's
but
why we're excited, because we haven't read it, so you get our in the moment
yes.
reaction.
But before we start, Zara, how are you? How have you been?
Well, I had a good week.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a good week. Why do I
Good.
sound so surprised?
Wow.
Wow. No, it was a good week, productive week, and I'm on leave next week, so that is
Ooh.
exciting.
Very nice.
Yes.
That's good. I am
How are
also
you?
well. I had my recess this week, so that meant I
Yay.
pretty much did nothing.
Yay.
I had so much fun looking at all the Met Gala outfits, which it was a bit of a mess, but there were some that I loved. But that's for another episode. Maybe. Probably not. Yeah. So shall we get into
Yes.
the stories?
Are we going to share our embarrassing stories after?
I read we can share whenever, wherever the spirit leads us.
Lead me. I'm not going to sing anymore before we have to pay for that song.
All right. First one.
My phone is dead.
Okay, then I will just read all of them. Okay, number one. We have no idea who sent these in. They were all
Yes.
anonymous. Thank you to everyone who sent.
Thank you
one
so
through.
much.
We really appreciate it.
I'm going to try and guess in my head who they came from.
Yes.
But I have no idea.
Okay. So me and a friend went to watch Kings of Leon at the Greenpoint Stadium.
When were Kings of Leon here?
I have no idea.
I only know like 3 of their songs, but they're good.
I don't know. Anyway.
Continue.
We had tickets for the general seating, but wanted to try and sneak into Golden Circle. My friend went first and actually got in. I stood there for a long time trying to psych myself up, and boom, I did it. Oh no, wait, no. Flipping, what? I flipping didn't. Turns out I just snuck back into general seating where I was supposed to be like a real chop. Well, I felt like a fool, but hey, it was still a great concert. Wait, so
She thought
you
she was in the
yeah,
Golden
you thought you were in
Circle.
Golden Circle, but you actually just went back into general standing.
Good for you.
No.
I'm glad that you felt. Did you feel
Yes.
the Golden Circle environment?
Yeah, you felt the vibes. Shame.
I thought about it though, and I don't know if I would want to be Golden Circle for any concert. To be honest, I don't want to. It sounds bad. I don't want to stand the whole time.
I think what's nice about Golden Circle, it's only really nice if you if you add a band that you know the songs of, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I wouldn't want to be in Golden Circle of someone that I don't really know.
Yeah, I think
Also
about.
because otherwise it's so expensive.
My thing is can you make Golden Circle seated?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I went to an Adele concert and she's singing all these heartbreaking songs, am I supposed to just stand in Golden Circle and sway from left to right
Yes.
with
Although
my
what you can
torch?
do as well, because oftentimes people just gather close to the front of the stage.
Yes.
So you can just go and sit at
Chill
the
at the
back,
back.
you know? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. I would probably do that. And I've seen lots of videos of Harry Styles concerts at the moment
Yes.
on TikTok. And then a whole bunch of people always go to the back of Golden Circle and they just dance around there. And I'm like, that's where I want to be.
That's
That is
the
where I want to
place.
be. Anyway.
Something just came to mind
Okay,
though.
tell
It's not
me.
my embarrassing story, and I don't think this guy will ever listen to this podcast. I
Okay.
don't know his name. I don't know him. I don't know him at all.
Okay.
But it was when we went to Rihanna.
Oh, I also went to that concert.
I don't want to
Shame.
insult, but yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, so my mom and I went, and there was this girl sitting next to us and this guy. I think they were best friends. He, I've never seen someone so excited for anything in my life. He was singing Rihanna songs before the time.
Oh my
He was
gosh.
saying, I can't wait to see my queen. And he was so psyched up. I was like, this man might pass out when he sees her. And that's exactly what happened.
No.
He
Shame.
got so drunk before the concert that the whole concert he was passed out.
I feel so bad for him.
I'm like, you fool.
I feel so bad for him.
So his bestie was just sitting there enjoying the
Oh my
concert
gosh.
by herself.
Sorry to that man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shame.
cool. In grade 6, my friends hyped me up to go and talk to my then crush after school. It was summer, so it was a hot day. I bought a Stampy from the tuck shop to give to her with one of those plastic roses. It was very cute. My group went up to her group. Her and I standing talking away from everyone else. She took a sip of the Stampy, spat it in my face, and ran to the bathroom.
Excuse me?
Turns out the Stereo Stampy had expired along with the chances with my then crush. I
thought she was just really
I thought she was
rude.
being mean.
Oh no, but why was the tuck shop selling expired Stereo Stampy?
I can't even imagine how that would taste.
That is
awful. I think I would die. If someone spat in my face, even if it was for a good reason, I don't know if I could continue being friends with them, to be honest.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
Very sorry about that.
I'm so sorry. Do you know what I did in grade 2?
What did you do in
I
grade
was
2?
a terrible person. This guy was I in grade 3? It's all the same. And this guy, he was like in love with me.
Why would he do that?
And shame, we're Facebook friends now.
Okay.
And on Valentine's Day, he bought me like a plastic ring.
Okay.
And I threw it in his face. I was like, no, thank you.
Oh, shit.
How terrible.
That's mean.
I'm so sorry.
That's very mean.
I'm so sorry if you ever listen to this.
Okay, next one. My boyfriend's mom walked in on us making out and then gave us an entire talk about purity. I would pass away simply.
I've been sat down by parents and had a purity talk.
No.
It was not fun.
Not your own.
No. So, I mean, you can do the math. Sorry.
This leads me to my embarrassing story. And I've told many people the story, so it's like, I'm over it. But it was very embarrassing at the time.
I'm ready.
But you were there.
Was
so this was like 4 days into dating Devin. And we've been together for like almost 6 years, so like we're over it.
And you guys had been like kind of together for a year already,
Yes.
so you're very comfortable.
Yeah, we're very comfortable around each other. That's all that. Anyway, we had a movie night with friends where we watched all the Shrek movies.
Yes.
And then I was kissing his neck, and the next thing I looked down, and he has like, I think about 4 hickeys on his neck. At this stage, you could have asked me to give someone hickey. I could not have told you what to do. I simply did not know how to give one, and I was like, excuse me, how did this happen?
Oh my
I was in shock, actually.
Shame. And then you guys didn't we go to church like the next day?
No, it was the day after, because the day after was Christmas, but Devin didn't go to church. But yeah, it was very embarrassing, and also because we were around like other friends as well, so it's not like I could just be like, oh whoops, I don't know, just put makeup on, because like it was right there.
Guys, and can I say, I was so judgmental.
Yeah, you were.
I was like, what the heck? And then like 2 years later, when I got a boyfriend, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. But also like at that stage, Devin was on like, I think a higher dose of Accutane, so that makes your skin extremely sensitive. But I was literally like, I wasn't even doing anything out of the ordinary as far as I knew. I was horrified. I was very embarrassed, but we're over it. Yeah.
Hickeys are weird.
They're weird. Yeah, but anyway.
How vampire-y. You're like a vampire, Danielle.
True. Anyway, I have to get my protein somehow if I'm
a vegetarian.
All right, the next one. I had to get changed behind a blanket at a show when I was backstage. My friends held the blanket up in front of me. I had my t-shirts and bright underwear on, nothing else. I told my friends almost done, but they must have heard done. And as they let down the blanket, the guy I had a crush on walked right past me. So basically, I flashed my crush.
No.
That's horrifying. I'm so sorry to hear that.
That's terrible.
That is very terrible.
I'm in my mind thinking I know someone who has shows, but they haven't told me the story, so surely it's not that person.
I don't even know who the person is. There's been times where I've like accidentally flashed people, but also I don't know if they actually saw anything. Because the one time I was taking my top off, but I had my bikini top underneath.
Yes.
But as I took my top off, I could feel like the bikini top was just like lifting as well. And like I was talking to someone and they were just like standing right there. And as I was taking my top off, I was literally like, whoops. I just turned around and I fixed it. But I was like, I hope no one saw that.
But getting dressed is stressful when like even when I'm on camps and the other girls around, I like try and get dressed in my sleeping bag.
I sit on my bed under my blanket.
Yeah.
Like I know, I'm not
the one time we at our first, in other words, photo shoot. Remember we had to change, and I changed in the car, and it was the most horrifying. No, you changed in the car.
Yeah, there were these guys sitting literally like right opposite us,
listening to music at a shopping center.
But they weren't watching us, luckily. But
it was like, just, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Very stressful.
Very horrible. Anyway. Next one.
I'm ready.
Once in grade 7, when I was on a hockey tour to Mossel Bay, we were given a chance to go to the public pool for a break. As one does, you play Marco Polo in a pool full of people. I thought the best way would be to swim underwater with my eyes closed to get a person. This naturally backfired as I found myself ramming into someone's backside.
Oh, shame.
Luckily, I wasn't the only ass in the story.
Shame.
You know, I went on a hockey tour in grade 7 as well to Mossel Bay.
Days.
So maybe I know this person. I don't know. Devin also went on that same tour. So fun.
When he was a monkey.
Yeah. But that is very embarrassing. I feel like there are many horrible stories that happen in Marco Polo.
Can I tell you that almost every time I've played Marco Polo, I've cheated?
I would hate you.
That's rude.
I'm
and
very
also
competitive about this game.
I'm like, integrity is key for me. But like Marco Polo and Monopoly, like I always ask to be the banker because I steal money.
Zara.
So just so you know, I also hate Monopoly, so whatever.
I used to like Monopoly when I first learned to play it, and then I was like, this is boring.
I also kind of, the other day I didn't cheat, but like there was a team full of very, very competitive people.
Mm-hmm.
These are teenagers.
Playing
I'm
Monopoly?
22. No,
Okay.
playing a game at youth.
Okay.
So now we've got your Daniel Joins and your Caleb Murray.
Dropping names and surnames.
Yes. And they like beat us, but like we were like, no, we don't want them to win. So we just said, oh, guys, you guys cheated and like we have to have a sudden death.
Oh, no.
But it's just because I wanted them to lose.
That's fair enough.
But then they won. So all is fair.
It is what it is.
In love and war.
Do you know what happened to me when I was playing Marco Polo? I just remembered it now.
Yes, tell
but
me.
now I enjoy Marco Polo just because I like to swim around.
I like to faff around.
Yes. But now I think it was like the day before the first day of grade 5.
Primary school's not a good time for people,
No,
apparently.
It's really not though. And then I was swimming and I was the it person. I guess I was Marco.
That makes you sound like I'm so popular. I was the it person.
And then I was just swimming and the next thing I ran straight into the wall of the pool.
That's not even embarrassing. That's like
horrible.
traumatic.
And I had this like big red dot on my nose for the first day of grade 5 or grade 6, whatever I don't know.
The other day I saw
horrible.
a baptism video and this guy like obviously dunked the
You sent this to me.
literally his head was so close to the pool. I was like, he was about to meet Jesus right there and then.
So fun.
But luckily he didn't.
What a great
to
way.
himself. It's a great way to meet Jesus. Just baptized. Hi.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
My teacher has a similar name to my gran. I called my gran to pick me up from church and she kept saying, what? And I kept saying, it's me. You need to come pick me up. We ended 10 minutes ago. And I looked at my phone and realized I called my teacher. I would die. I would pass away.
Shame. I'm so sorry. Well, if you had your teacher's first name saved on your phone, then maybe it was a teacher who's not so scary.
Yes.
I'm so sorry about that.
I feel like every single child at one stage has called their teacher mom.
100%. And I've walked into the wrong car before. Like when I was being picked up from school, like a car that looked the same as my mom. I feel like a lot of kids do that.
For sure. I've done that. You know what's also embarrassing? If you are like walking past a car and then like you look at yourself in the window or something, and then like sometimes you know how like cars have those tinted windows and you can't properly see inside, and then like a person is just sitting there. That would be embarrassing.
That would be
horrifying.
I'm so sorry.
Indeed.
People with really tinted windows, I'm like,
scary.
They must be dead. What's going on
I
in there?
know. I don't trust them. I do not trust you.
Okay, the next one.
Let's go. This is not about me, but about my grandmother. When my aunt was still in school, she attended an assembly as my aunt was going to receive an award. They called a teacher up with a similar sounding surname, yet my grandmother got up and went on stage. That is her most embarrassing story.
That is terrible.
I hate that. I would die.
Wonder what possessed her grand to say, like, this is probably me.
I don't know. Like, this must be it.
But the way, imagine like getting up for an award that's not yours. Like, you think
That
you
was
heard your name.
genuinely one of my fears.
Because there was a guy.
There was a guy in our school. So my name is Danielle Marais and his name was Daniel Marais. And I was always like, and people just say my name like Daniel.
Yes.
So,
but you have those extra 2 letters.
Exactly.
The X factor.
Yes. So I have actually before in school assemblies, they used to say like, oh, these people come sit at the front, please. But like, you never had to go up on stage. And the one time I did go and sit in the front because I thought they called my name. And I was like, what the heck am I getting an award for? And then it wasn't me. And I was like, okay, well, at least I'm not on stage.
You could figure out like if it was culture related, it was you. And if it was sport related, it was not.
Exactly.
Shout out to Daniel Marais, wherever you are in the sport.
Shout out. All right. Cool. Next one. Once one of our long relatives came to our house for a bribe.
How long?
I don't know.
Oh, like probably like long time.
Yeah. Now he is hilarious and will always make you laugh. So while he was talking, I was making myself some tea and I spilt the sugar. Then he comes up to me and starts taking my finger and dipping it in the sugar to clean it. This made me laugh so hard that I wet my pants. I was so embarrassed that I ran to the bathroom and almost stayed there the whole night. That was one heck of a night. I know.
Oh,
shame.
I would
that
hate
sucks. Also, like, how can
to wet my pants.
I know, like, how can you show your face after that?
No, that's terrible. I don't think I've ever wet my pants. But you know what I have done?
What? Pooped your pants?
No, that's even worse. Is I've thrown up on the floor at the airport in Germany.
No.
I've thrown up at Times Square, and I threw up on the subway in New York.
Why are you so problematic?
Because flying makes me dodge for like 2 days after. So
when we went to...
For the person who had to clean that up, I'm so
really
sorry.
Sucks. They're probably like, this is why we don't like children.
I was 13.
As a child.
Fair enough.
I've thrown up in an airplane before, but luckily I made it to the toilet. It was... we landed in New York, but this was like going now.
What's up with New York?
Yeah. But this was now like coming... Like, this was the end of our journey. So we were coming back to South Africa and we had to stop in New York from Denver.
Yes.
And it was a late night flight and I had also taken a sleeping tablet. Then we landed and something was just not right with it. So then I ran
when
to the
I was in the
toilet.
subway, I threw up in a packet.
Yucky.
It's better than the floor.
I have thrown up on myself before when I was under the influence. So take that as a cautionary tale and don't do that.
I agree, don't.
But also, I'm literally not embarrassed by it because I was not.
Yes,
I was not mentally around.
I've done not great things when I was.
Yeah, it's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, don't.
It's not a fun time.
Don't get drunk.
And throwing up sucks.
Yeah, don't get drunk. Don't throw up.
Yeah, don't do it. Never throw up.
No.
All right. Once I was alone in the hallway at school because I asked to go to the bathroom during a lesson. While walking down the stairs, I thought about how we sometimes take 2 stairs at a time going up and wondered why we never do this going down. Long story short, I fell down the stairs and slid on my stomach, almost crashing into lockers.
No shame.
At least now I know why we don't take 2 stairs down at a time.
Oh, but she was alone at least.
Yes, luckily.
It's probably like caught on some camera somewhere.
Oh my gosh. The amount of times I've tripped on stairs.
Shame.
Like,
rough.
Shame.
At school, and you're like,
no,
if it's a goal.
You're wearing your skirts.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Shame.
No, thank you.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm assuming you're okay.
Okay. Next one. This is our second last one.
Okay.
It was matric finals. I was stressed.
Not a good time.
No, like you can immediately stop there.
Yes.
And it's fine. Got a dry scalp. Thought I had lice. I didn't. Bought a lice comb. Kept using it because it felt nice, so don't judge me. Fast forward to matric vac in Hermanus.
Okay, wait. Matric vac in Hermanus.
I know people who...
I also do.
Yeah. Anyway. Now... This is extremely guy, so I'm going to take it as extremely hot guy in our house. I don't know if that's actually what you meant, but that's how I'm reading it. Asks if anyone has a comb. Me, being the generous person that I am, gives him my lovely little lice comb. He looked at me. I looked at him. He says, I know what comb this is. And I died. The end. I haven't used a comb since. You just never brush your hair. Worst part is that I sometimes see him on campus and I have to remember not to touch my hair in front of him.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Shame. Why? Like,
that is so...
It's funny.
so funny.
It's funny when you think about the things that people get embarrassed by. Because, like, it's not actually embarrassing to have a lice comb if it's clean, you know?
But
and,
I
like,
mean, like, you probably assume if you have that comb.
And, like, I mean, first of all, why didn't he have his own comb? You know what I'm saying? That's embarrassing. But also, like, if it's clean, it's clean.
Yeah.
And do you know what's also really funny that people get embarrassed by? Is, okay, so it's this really awkward situation when you knock on a door, like, of a bathroom, and then if there's someone inside and they don't respond, you just kind of assume that there's no one in there, right? Then you open the door and, like, it's so embarrassing to see someone on the toilet.
That's never happened to me.
It's happened to me because, like, I've often stayed in a house with a lot of people, and then I'll knock on the door and I don't know, for some reason some people just simply don't respond. I don't know why. And then, like, I'll open the door and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it's so embarrassing. But, like, why am I embarrassed? Why am I embarrassed?
Do you know what, hey? And this is going to be a lesson for y'all. 2 things that people find embarrassing that is not embarrassing and, like, hello, just be cool and be happy. If you are, like, in a crowd and you are alone and you have, like, no one to speak to or something, you feel the need to go on your phone because you don't want to look like a loser. You're not a loser.
You're not.
Number 1. Number 2, in the bathroom, like, you have this fear of, like, someone else hearing you pee.
Yeah, so what?
But that's what you do in the bathroom.
Like,
get over
everyone
it.
goes.
So yes,
Yeah, shame.
stop being
Or even, like, opening a pad packers or something.
Oh, I don't care.
No, but I'm like, why do we care? Like, especially if you're in a ladies' bathroom.
Yes,
everyone has their period. Well, okay,
Yes.
not everyone, but a lot of people
Yes.
do. And so, like,
A lot
everyone
of
will
people also
understand.
talk about period as like period.
I know.
Like not every other
Like,
woman in
half
the
the
history
population gets one.
Yes.
And you kind of need it to even have humans. So
Exactly.
think about that.
Yes.
Oh, and also what's
lessons.
really embarrassing is if someone walks in on you on the toilet. It's so embarrassing.
That's never happened to me. Has it happened to you?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
People, like, don't knock.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm like, why would you not knock?
I'm very, very sorry.
Anyway, last one. Got home after being out for a couple hours. Found a hole on the back of my pants. It gets worse. Whatever tore my pants, tore my underwear too.
How do you not feel the breeze?
Oh no!
Oh, how did you not feel the breeze?
I really don't know. Devin walks around with holes in his pants for literally no reason. Yeah, I'm exposing you right now.
Bruh, Devin, get new pants.
Okay, I'm going to tell a story.
Yes.
Of one of my family members. It's not my parents, so it's one of my siblings.
Are you going to tell today's story?
No.
Okay.
This is a hole in the pants story.
Oh, shit.
I actually have 2 ones. They're really funny. Okay, so the one. So we were in France, and we were in Paris, and we were at.
Sorry, I was in France, Paris.
I think we were in the Montmartre area, which is pretty much like a hill. But anyway, there were a whole bunch of these little poles, you know, on the side of the road.
Yes.
And my brothers were having so much fun jumping over them. You know, like when you put your hands and you like push yourself over the pole, like
yes,
jumping
I know
over
exactly
like
what
that.
you mean. Oh no, I know where
And
this is going. That sounds sore as well.
The next thing, one of my brothers
Yeah, you don't want to say
literally
the
gets
name.
stuck on the pole. Like the
No.
pole has torn through his pants leg.
No, that sounds
And he's literally like
painful.
impaled. But like it didn't like hurt his skin. I think he maybe got a bit of a scratch. But he was
That's
literally like stuck on
terrible.
it because
So you can still have children.
yes. So he was literally stuck on it because like it was through his pants.
Yes.
And literally my dad had to go and pick him up and off the pole.
Oh, no.
And then
I'm
we
so
had to go
sorry.
we found this little like secondhand clothing shop. And then he found a pair of shorts to wear because he literally couldn't wear those anymore.
I'm
And
sorry.
shame, they were also women's shorts, but we didn't tell him at the time. And then
I think I know who this is now in my
Then my
mind.
second pants story, this was my other brother. So
Problematic.
this was in Italy now. So obviously we actually shouldn't go away with him.
Italy.
But we were at one of the monuments or whatever. I can't actually remember the name. But this boy, he was going through a stage where he wasn't wearing underwear.
What?
What is the stage? And then
Why? Especially as a guy.
I know. But anyway, he tears his pants. I think it was the back of his pants. I actually
so
can't
this is
remember.
the other brother from the first
Yes.
brother. Oh wow, okay.
He tears his pants, and he's just, it was like a pretty big tear as well.
No.
And he's actually walking around with this giant hole in his pants, not wearing underwear. And I was like, What? Like my parents and
Like,
I were like, I don't know what to
them.
do.
Who's
Yeah,
that? Whose
shame.
child
It was
is
quite
this?
embarrassing.
Oh no.
It's quite funny though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a story about when I was younger. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm still sorry about this. But like, I just didn't understand. I was very, very young. Like, why did my mom wear pads? Like,
Oh.
it makes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, she obviously just to avoid like explaining it, like, because it's a story, and I was like, I think I must have been 5. She was like, "Ugh, it's a nappy," and I was like, cool. And then I told one of my mom's, like, her ex-boyfriend, oh, my mommy wears nappies.
I know. I would be mortified if I were your mom.
That's the thing with having kids. Kids are like, no filter.
Kids
no.
are so dumb. I know when, like,
rough.
they are, sorry. I can say this as I was a kid.
You were?
Yeah.
So you weren't a genius all your life?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah. But it took time.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like a mini genius, if you know what I mean. But when I was a child and I was learning like all the names of body parts, then like my mom told me there was this one time where we were in the shops or something, and then I said to her, I don't know, can I say the names of body parts? It's not like the actual names, I don't know, but I'll say it anyway. Yes. I was like, Mom, girls have a fanny and boys have a willy, hey? Like at the top of my voice.
Cute.
For like literally no reason.
Cute.
But anyway, I can't remember this, but my mom has told me about it multiple times. So I'm sure she was very embarrassed.
Very, very cute, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to admit something. I'm going to tell another funny story. It's about a friend of mine who works in retail. And I accidentally said her name after trying so hard to be anonymous. So we are re-recording this little story.
It is what it is.
Fool.
I'm going to act so surprised now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was wrapping a gift for a customer. Yes, she works in a bookstore, but many of my female friends do. Woohoo. And the lady was just standing there watching her, which is very like stressful. Usually you want them to like go look at things. Anyways, so the woman's standing there and my friend is wrapping, and all of a sudden this woman takes 100 rand out of her wallet. And so my friend is like, oh my word, like, thank you so much. But she wanted to buy a bookmark. No! And that's why she was taking money out of her wallet. So it wasn't even for her. And the woman was like, no.
That's so awkward.
So that's not the worst feeling.
That's flipping cringy.
I
and
like
it's also
feel that in my
for the
tummy.
other person.
Yeah.
Oh no, shame. But
that's rough.
Well, I'm going to tell my story now that I already told you, but I heard this on another podcast.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's so similar. But
are we not going to be plagiarizing podcasts?
Whatever. It is what it is.
Tell me.
I won't say which one it's from. That's even worse. But anyway. Okay, now I will say I heard it on the What We Said podcast, but I just feel like I had to
shout out to What We Said.
Yeah, shout out.
You should listen to our podcast too.
Yes. But let me gather my thoughts.
Yes, gather
them.
So
they were telling these embarrassing stories, and the one girl, and your story made me think of it.
Yes.
She said that someone posted that she worked at like a fast food restaurant or something. I can't actually remember the details.
Yes.
But it was also around Christmas or something like that. Mm-hmm. And this lady comes in and she buys a thing, and then like she gave like a pretty large amount of cash.
Yes.
And so the poster said like, oh, do you want to keep the change? And to her, the lady probably said like no, or no, she probably said like, yeah, I do want to keep the change, but she heard, no, you can keep it. And so this girl was like, what, that's amazing. And she went around and hugged her. Yeah. She's like,
thank you for this tip.
And so now, shame. The woman was like, no, actually,
give me my change. Oh, that's the worst.
When
it involves money, I feel like it makes it like 100 times more
it's
like
so
awkward.
It's so awkward.
Shame.
Yep.
So my last story.
Okay.
I was thinking of whether I should leave it anonymous, but you know what? Whatever.
It is what it is.
Yes. And I was like, yeah. So I was making out with my boyfriend.
Zara.
I know. And it was all cool, whatever. And then all of a sudden I look at his face and there's blood on the side of his face. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I realized my nose was bleeding.
No.
So literally I'd bled all over my face, all over his face, on my white cushion.
How did you not taste it?
I don't know.
That's bizarre.
Right? So
That's pretty awkward.
it's really,
And, like,
really sad.
You don't want someone's blood
on you. It doesn't matter like
I don't care
how
how close.
close.
You are. No. Never.
Your saliva's enough, thanks.
Yep. Yeah.
Even that's
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. I think
it's just traumatic.
that's all we have for today.
Yes.
I think so.
I think so.
Else? Yeah.
I
I
don't
can't think of
know.
anything else. I actually don't get embarrassed that easily.
I also don't. I think when I became a youth leader, actually, I realized that like it is. I don't care. I'm not a teenager anymore.
Life
and,
is
like,
too short, and like I say in almost every episode, no one thinks about you as much as you do. So
This is
stop,
true.
just stop being so embarrassed all the time.
yes.
But sometimes we can't help it.
Yes. Something's only embarrassing if you feel embarrassed, and some moments are only awkward if you make them awkward.
Exactly.
So much wisdom from us, hey?
So much wisdom. We can write a book actually.
Oh, let's do it.
Cool.
That was fun.
That
I
was
love
fun.
hearing your stories.
Yeah.
We enjoy doing these things. And also, I promise you, when we set up these things through SurveyMonkey, we cannot see who you are.
Completely anonymous.
So, and I actually don't know who these stories are from. So,
I literally could not guess.
congratulations for being so secretive.
Indeed, you're so clever.
Cool. So we will see you in the next episode. Also, I want to say something.
Okay.
Obviously, we do this podcast and we never are going to be professional podcasters, but we obviously want to get our content out there and we're passionate about doing this. So I know we have a lot of like loyal listeners. So please like share it with your friends.
Yes,
because our numbers have been a bit low lately. People are busy.
It's okay.
But share it with your friends, please.
Indeed. And follow us on Instagram at _podcast.
Yes.
Subscribe on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever the heck you listen.
All the places.
Indeed.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.